Hello, hello. Good afternoon or evening. Stephanie Zima here, my way of life coaching. And if you're new to me, I help online entrepreneurs get off the overwhelm and out of the overwhelm into consistent sales by regulating their nervous system and really healing, connecting, and leveling up every aspect of their life. Okay. Now, let's dive a little bit into the truth behind consistency, because that is really, really where we need to look. Okay. You are likely stuck. If you're watching my content, you're likely somehow stuck. You're not quite happy with the results that you're getting. You may not be recruiting every month. You may not be converting customers. You may not even, you have a desire for sure. You have a desire, but you may not be getting the results that you're looking for. And often people are trying to hustle more and trying to compare more. And what they do is they're actually hurting themselves more, their productivity more, than if they would just breathe for a minute and take a step back. See, what I'm missing looking online, looking at all the entrepreneurs that are giving you feedback, is people that tell you to stop for a second and really tune in to who you are. See, we try to copy and paste. We are asking for scripts. We are seeing and comparing with all the stuff that works for other people. But what we are forgetting is the piece that we ourselves are important, that we ourselves are uniquely made with unique gifts and goals. And that is the aspect that we're forgetting, okay? And it's really, really important to understand that you need to align with who you are and work with what you have been given. When I say what you have been given is every one of us has a paradigm. What is a paradigm? A paradigm is a belief set, an internal guidance, blueprint of who you are thinking you are, what you think you can do, and what other people thought about you and what they thought you could do. And these beliefs is basically your glass ceiling, right? So if you are then operating and going through your day-to-days and maybe you're in your business, whatever you're doing, I mean, it doesn't matter. It's not just business, it's also your day-to-day life. You only will reach that lid ceiling, that glass ceiling that your identity, your paradigm allows you to get to. If you want more than that, and many of us entrepreneurs, we want more, right? If you want more, you need to find a way to raise that glass ceiling. Now, how do we do that? We have to shatter that glass ceiling. We actually have to understand that we are not bound by our old paradigm beliefs, that we can control our thoughts, that we can design our lives, that we can tap into the abundance that is out there. But we cannot do it until we do this little bit of work, right? We need to connect. We need to connect with who we are and what we want to do. Now, consistency will then come, because when you are aligned, when you understand who you are, what your purpose is, what your gifts are, what you're good at, what you have to offer for the world, it will give you so much energy that you out of the sudden you fire, you burn for the purpose that you're doing, right? You are out there and the content will just come and the thoughts will come and the curiosity will come. And when you then do it based with your energy system. See, because we humans, we have all kinds of different energy systems. Some people are introverts, some people are extroverts. The introverts, they have to create in a different way. They have to create their content in a different way. They have to engage in a different way, because what works for extroverts that draw energy from people will drain you to the max if you're an introvert. But that doesn't mean that you can't be successful in your business. It's just a different way that you have to build. And in order to do that, you got to know about yourself. You got to know, how do you recharge your energy? How do you recharge your batteries? What drains you? What fuels you? What kind of interactions will fuel you and what will drain you? What are your patterns? So many entrepreneurs are just buying something, being out there, slapping a post on, and wondering why they're not succeeding. I tell you, that is the reason why you're not succeeding, because you can't stay consistent with something that's not yours. You have to make it yours and find your specific DMO. Yes, can you look to your upline or to your boss or to your coworkers for guidance and inspiration, so to speak, figuring out what is it that they would like to do, what is it that they can do? Yes, you surely can. And that is what you should be doing. You should look for guidance, but you always want to take that back and bring it back to you. And in order to bring it back to you, you need to have some kind of an awareness as to who you are, what your mission is, what your vision is, what your values are, your core values, your principles, how you live your whole entire life. And if you're anything like me, none of that stuff has been happening. Last 8 years, it took me almost 8 years now, and I want you to go faster than it took me. I had to scrape all that stuff from various different trainings, various different mentors, and I had to make it my own. And that is why I actually invented the Walk It Free mentorship, because I help you learn the system so you don't need to spend 8 years trying to figure out what your system can be. I'm going to speed that up for you so your transformation goes a lot faster, because it's not that hard. It's life-changing. It's transformative. Like, everything changes once you tap into who you really are, what you're meant to do, and what brings you joy and what feels good to you. When you start feeling good, you are going to enjoy your side hustle. You're not going to think of it as this extra burden that you have to do. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to have fun with it. But only if you build it aligned with who you are and fueling versus draining. So if you want more information, if you want to tap into more of this stuff that I teach, make sure you check out the link and download the free guide that I have, the Nervous System Reset for Entrepreneurs. It's definitely a good place to start. We'll see you there.